Hello guys, this is Ryan Ho back with another video. Today I want to talk about the Hyperx Cloud Alpha. Um, if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. It really helps me out a lot. And this is going to be a long-term review. I've had this Hyperx Cloud Alpha for over 2 years. I've used it basically as my daily driver. And I know like the ins and outs of this, how comfortable they are, how good they sound. So we'll start with that review. And first, I'm just talking about like the accessories it comes with. It comes with a mic that you can plug in, and they also give you a carrying pouch. So one of these. So when you're looking for a gaming headphone, the first thing you expect is obviously better sound quality. But I think another thing you should expect is also comfort, because you're going to be wearing these for hours and hours a day. Like I've probably worn these up to like 6 hours in a row at least. And if you're not comfortable, you're not really going to use them, right? So I think comfort is like the #1 factor when at least choosing a headphone. And I think this is something that these excel at. So if you just look at the top headband, it's very plushy right here and covers the whole entire top, what makes it very comfortable to use. As well as right here we have the foam, memory foam on the side. I've used these for literally 2 years and they're finally falling apart. I need some replacement ones. I checked their website and they're sold out, but they're about like $10. And depending how far they are, plus shipping, it's like $13-ish. So yeah, you can definitely replace these over time. And when it comes to comfort, there's also kind of the clamping force on these. I think that's something I was not used to when I first got them. I would say over time they loosen up a lot. Like right now I don't have a problem with the clamping force, but when I first had it, these would definitely like kind of clamp on my head and they're a little uncomfortable for me. And then after a while, yeah, they got loose and they're fine. And then another thing is that the memory foam cups that we have right here, they're very like plush on the side of your ears, and they're really like comfort. But sometimes my ear kind of touches the drivers on the inside, so you can see the drivers. Well, can't really see it easily, but you see that circle right there. My ears would touch drivers sometimes, and that would be a little uncomfortable. So that's something that, you know, a nuance to let you know. But overall, honestly, these are very comfortable. I enjoy it. I wear them for hours and hours a day. When it comes to like the adjustable band on these, I find that they're very easy to move. They haven't really worn out. They're still perfectly red. They move really easily, and I don't find that they really move when I have them on. So yeah, I find the adjustments adequate. I use about 4 on each side, so, and it fits my head well. When it comes to like the build quality of the HyperXs, I've dropped these like from like at least 4 feet tall, like onto the ground like multiple times, and probably like over 20 times. And honestly, they're fine. It's really hard to see, but there's little scratches here on the non-metal parts, but the metal parts are pretty much intact. You can see a little few paint scratches here and there, but yeah, I mean, it's built really sturdy. So if you are like me, or like little klutz and drop stuff sometimes, it'll hold up. You don't have to worry about breaking them. So this is a sound test of the HyperX Cloud Alpha. It works, it's pretty good, sounds not bad. It's actually pretty clear. The Blue Yeti obviously sounds better, but yeah, I actually do like it a lot. When it comes to the microphone quality, I think, I mean, it's adequate. People can hear what you're saying. Obviously, it's not as good as something like the Blue Yeti. I think something like the Blue Yeti would definitely complement it. But then if you don't have like desk space and you don't want to spend additional money, like the microphone works. It's convenient. I like how it kind of moves too. It's very like nice and I guess conforming, so you can easily pull it aside and put it in the place you want. So it's kind of great to have. So what I like about the HyperX Cloud Alphas is just they're just very simple to use. There's no extra features and dongles and all these type of things you have to do. You literally just plug it into your computer and you're good to go. It's just a 3.5mm jack, and that's it. And I think there's a lot of products in the market that have like, you know, wireless, Bluetooth, pairing, all that type of stuff. This you literally just plug and play. So let's talk about sound quality. So if you're like me, your best pair of headphones for the longest time is the free ones you got from your cell phone provider, which mine happened to be these original Apple EarPods. This was like my gold standard back then. It was all I knew. And honestly, compared to the HyperXs, compared to these are just ridiculous. These are so much better in every single way. After a while, I upgraded from my free AirPods that came with my cell phones to this is the One More Triple Driver. It's one of the best in-ear headphones that you can get, and obviously it's cabled, so I find myself not using it as much because, well, phones nowadays don't really have a headphone jack, which is unfortunate. But the sound quality of these are also miles above the original AirPods. If I compare the HyperXs to these $250 Apple AirPods Pro, these are still better than those. So, I mean, obviously they're for different purposes, wireless and stuff, but just pure sound quality wise, having a headphone versus an in-ear is just so different. So when it comes to the sound quality of like the bass, I find the bass to be very like precise and accurate. It's not like Beats headphones where it just like drowns out everything and very like deep bass. It's very like nice controlled and it's like punchy. Like when I play games like Valorant, I can hear like the boom of the gunshots. They sound really good. And you can still hear like footsteps as well as like the gunshots and all the crazy things that are happening when people drop their ultimates and all the like sounds. You can still hear like the footsteps. And I think like if you have a gaming headphone, like you want good positional audio and being able to hear things like that. And I think this does a really good job. I found when you listen to like music with these, when it comes to like highs and like vocals, I find that I've tried other headphones like the Sony WMX3s, their wireless like sound canceling over ear headphones, and compared to those, I find those have better like detail in like vocals and you can hear more. So I think that's something that you don't have here, but at the same time, those are like $250, and this is a gaming headset. You don't really care that much about that, but you know, it's just something to consider. So yeah, I think the sound quality is very good and very sufficient. Playing like games like, you know, Valorant or Overwatch, Monster Hunter, like for FPS games, even like, you know, obviously Fortnite, I've tried that before too. And it's definitely good. And just, I know you always hear about this like surround sound stuff, blah, blah. I've tried like, I think there's the window version of the Sonic on these. And I also didn't hear much of a difference between that and like just normal stereo. So I think stereo is perfectly fine, especially for gaming needs. It's totally fine. So I want to talk about the sound. If you don't like, you know, how it's tuned, you can always get more bass by adding more bass in the equalizer. So in Windows there's some equalizer settings that you can kind of tune, or you can download. I think it's called Equalizer APO. I actually haven't tried that, but there's different like apps you can use to enhance the sound quality and make it what you want, but obviously that requires extra effort. So I think if you don't want to put that much effort into it and you don't like that sound of like, you want more bass or you want like better vocals, I would go with a different headphone. But for gaming, it's perfect. So in conclusion, I would say the HyperX Cloud Alphas are very comfortable. I think their build quality is really nice because I've dropped them like over 20 times and they're fine. Comfort, obviously this has held up over 2 years. My plush cups are kind of going out, so I gotta replace them. They're sturdy. The sound quality is more than good enough, especially if you play like shooters like me, where kind of detailed and directional sound matters a lot. This is a really good value and it works really well. And overall, I would definitely recommend this at, I think it's $100, but you can always find them on sale, I think. So they're a pretty good deal. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe down below. It really helps me out, and I'll see you guys next time.